Hello everyone, welcome to the start of a new playthrough. We're playing through an old classic, Dark Cloud for the PS2. Though, I'm playing the emulated version that's on, well, PS4, but it's on my PS5. An old book was found in some old ruins. All the scholars who decoded it puzzled over the mystery of the book. A world with two moons illuminating the sky. The many dazzling adventures of a young boy. But whether or not this is a true story, do you believe in the story woven in the book? Maybe it's a fantasy that only existed in only in a boy's heart. Let me tell you this story this ancient book tells of. A magical and magnificent fairy tale. And the hero of this wondrous tale, whose name is... And we're just going to stick with the canon names, so I'm not changing any of them. So, Toan. I'm not going to be reading the dialogue quite as much in this one. I just figure for this beginning segment I should. But yeah, this is an old classic from 2001. Originally released very early in the PS2's lifetime, published by Sony and created by a company called Level 5, who has continued to make great games to this day, with a couple of hiccups. We've gathered quite a few of them. I had a hard time finding dancers with the right qualifications. Look at them. Their dance of blood. Mixing the blood of witches with that of humans is the key to breaking the seal. However, I do have some problems. In order to procure good material, you do need adequate... I see. I'll pay you extra. That should solve your problem, yes? Yes, sir. Thank you. So, when will it happen? Very soon, sir. Let's enjoy the ceremony till it is time. Yeah, the animations and models definitely give away how old the game is. But I really do just love this game. It brings back good memories for me. Flag, sir. Do you know the legend of the Dark Genie in the urn? Of course. How much money do you think I put into acquiring this urn? I've been waiting for this for years, and now its legendary power is mine. "400 years ago, the Genie of Darkness appeared in the East, and with its evil power, the world was burned away. What do you intend to do with such a frightening power in your hands?" You'll see. And here it is. So, now is the time. Yes, sir, so it seems. But this is the genie, the dark genie. Well, it's quite different than I imagined. The ancient dark genie. This is it? Hey, who are you guys? Welcome back, Genie of Darkness. I broke the seal and released you. Therefore, I am your master. Oh, is that right? Whatever, fine. That's right! I haven't eaten for 400 years. Darn, I have to eat something. I need food. Got you! Huh? Stop it! Help! And this eats him whole. Delicious! And then it cuts to a small village in the middle of nowhere. And this is where our journey begins. Hi, how are you today? Toan, it's already started. Come on, let's go. Toan, it's already They already said that. See, I told you. You should have hurried. Come on, we're late. I'm a staff member this year, so I have to go. Sorry. Oh, she left you. Toan, hurry up. This cutscene doesn't last too much longer, and then we'll get straight into the action. Or as into the action as these old games get, because they do have tutorial time that we have to deal with. And most of this is just showing off the villagers in the starting town. Or at least the important ones. Look at the insects squirm about. Let's see. Toan! Oh yes, just dive right under the falling windmill. Trying to grab it. That's smart. I know, right? That would make the game so much shorter. Hi there. Can you hear me? Open your eyes. I'm definitely looking at his model and his eyes are still open. Wake up! Hey! Oh, now they're not. Ahem. I am the Fairy King. I'm the entity that unites all of nature's spirits. Listen well, young one. Something bad has happened. No shit. Men blinded by greed have revived the Dark Genie. This Dark Genie is terribly powerful. Its power is so great that it could destroy the entire world. I think it already kinda tried to. I mean, I think that's the intention, but then when you actually wake up, there's nothing there. You saw it. Your own village being destroyed right before your eyes. Not just your village. In a flash, many villages and towns were destroyed. In one night, half of your world was annihilated. It must be the men from the east that performed the resurrection ceremony. Probably thinking to use its black demon power for war, without realizing how frightening it is. It is darkness, pure darkness itself. Long ago, this so-called Dark Genie almost destroyed the entire world. Its malevolence is that great. The bad thing is that it has the same type of magical power as us, spirits. Unfortunately, we aren't powerful enough to destroy it. Young man, I see that you have a strong will that could withstand the evil power. You also have a clear, kind heart. You might be able to fight against the darkness it generates. What? I decided to stake our fate on you. Let me bless you with power. Wait, what? There, surprised? That's called an Atlavelia. It's a stone with a magical power. Oh, don't look that way, boy. I'll explain now. It might get too bright for your eyes for a moment. And then you appear in the town. Do you know where this is? This is no simple empty lot. This was your village. But do not lose heart. As long as you have that stone, you can return it to its original form. You see, just before the village was destroyed by that genie, I saved the buildings and people by sealing them into spheres called Atla. It seems those Atla were scattered all around by its tremendous magical power. They were probably blown to different places around the world. It probably thinks everything is destroyed. You must restore the world before it realizes what happened. Absorb that which I sealed in Atla, using that Atlamelia, and bring them back. Then you'll be able to restore the world to its original form. You may even be able to create an even better world than before. You're giving me a lot of responsibility here, guy. You don't seem to understand anything I'm saying. Oh well, I'll give you another lesson when you acquire some Atla. So long. And thus our journey begins. As soon as... Doan, can you hear me? No, can you hear them? You should be able to hear them. Voices of the wind, voices of the trees, voices of the animals, and the voices of the earth. They are calling for your help. Doan, will probably meet and say goodbye to many people. Talking to these people, you may receive clues to defeating the darkness. Look for them. Now, Tonin, your adventure will begin. First, go to the village chief's house. He'll show you where to go next. Yep, the one place it isn't destroyed. You know, the one that's highest up. Because that makes sense. It's also just the biggest, most obscure building here. Okay. I'm just taking a moment to try to figure out my controls, because it has been a while. Ah, Toin, you are alive! Seems like we're the only ones in the village that survived. We never dreamt this would happen. One night, and our village is gone. Can you believe this, Toin? I feel so helpless. I, the mayor of the village, can't do anything about it. What am I supposed to do now? I guess the only thing we can do is get help from the guardian of Norune village, Dran. Dran will not abandon us. He'll help us for sure. I have a favor to ask, Toin. Go to the Divine Beast Cave and tell Dran what happened. Divine Beast Cave is a cave outside towards your right-hand side. You've probably seen it before. I may be imagining things, but I sense something has changed about the cave. Be careful. This is the cave key. I put the things you might need in your bag for you. Don't get carried away. If you get in trouble in there, come back here. I'll get you more supplies. Good luck. So yeah, as he said, the mayor will give us more supplies as we run out of things. Spiky bugs coming out. Got a prickly. That is completely useless to us right now, but I wanted to get it anyway. So, we could just walk all the way across to the cave over there. Or we can go into this menu, the Giorama menu, or Giorama mode, and just glide over there. I'm going to be doing that a lot. We come up to the door, and we use the cave key. And now, we finally begin. After a word from our sponsor, aka tutorials. This will happen quite a bit in this dungeon. It's for real this time, Toin. From here on, you will be put to the true test. First, conquer this wretched Divine Beast's cave, and find Dran's lair. That's your first goal. Since you're a beginner, I'll give you a lesson on how to fight in the dungeon. First, to advance to the next floor in a dungeon, acquire a gate key for the door leading to the next floor. Each dungeon has a different gate key. For the Divine Beast Cave, Dran's crest will be the gate key. The gate key is almost always carried by a monster in the dungeon. You must defeat the monsters to acquire the gate key. Since you can't tell which one has the key, you just have to defeat them all one by one. Next, I'll tell you how to return to the ground level, rather than advancing to the floor below. To return to ground level, mind connect with me. In other words, speak with your mind. When you do this, I will transport your body to ground level. Just select Leave Dungeon from the main menu. But be aware, if there are monsters left on the floor, the Mind Connect won't work. It will be blocked by their evil energies. In such cases, use the item Escape Powder to get out on your own. The Norne village chief has lots of it. Be sure to get it before you go. You can also mind connect with me when you go through the gate to the next floor of a dungeon. When you re-enter the dungeon, you can start at the next new level, so you don't have to worry about losing progress. Next, it's on to the weapons. Be aware that weapons are breakable. Yep. Except for the base dagger. Everyone's base weapon in this game can't break. But they reduce down to level 1. The more you use a weapon, the more it wears, and finally, it breaks. Broken weapons will disappear. To prevent weapons from breaking, use the item Repair Powder. It will restore their weapon HP. The longer you use a weapon by repairing, the more magic it absorbs from monsters, and thus becomes stronger. It's said that when a weapon reaches its full strength, it can change to a more powerful form. Keep that in mind. Oh, I cast a special spell on the dagger you have, so it will never disappear. But all new weapons you get during the quest will disappear once they break, so be careful. Don't waste your hard work by letting a weapon break and disappear. Finally, the important stuff. The sphere, Atla, where I protected and sealed the fragments of the world. If you see an Atla, don't hesitate to touch it. You can absorb the contents of an Atla into Atlamelia by touching it. Oh, it definitely is. I love these old games. The first one's a bit of a slog for the first bit, but God, it's an excellent game. When you return to the surface, you will be able to begin reassembling these fragments of the world. Oops, today's lesson ran a little long. That's it for the lecture today. Now, Toan, show me your true ability on this quest. And then he just ditches you. And for the first couple of floors, the main character, Toan, will have that expression. Okay. Okay. I will have to relearn the controls of this game. Oh. Oh no. Okay, luckily, healing pool right here. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so, starting weapon. We have the dagger. As it gains ABS or ability points, it can level up. We can customize a weapon, so when it levels up, it will gain different stats. And as it levels up, it will gain attributes. Right now, it only has wind. Items. Let's just go ahead and use this. I'm going to... Nope. Okay. Circle like that. There's L2. God, the camera likes to just spin around randomly. We also do a charge attack, which unfortunately this time did nothing. But since the charge attack does a little bit of an aerial attack, it's not awful. Oh, another healing point. That's good, because I'm not doing well. Hey, look, the gate key. Random enemies on each floor will have the gate key. There will also be a bunch of these Appa, which will contain different objects that we use in repairing the world. We'll be able to look at how many per floor there are when we exit. Right now, I don't know off the top of my head. That's the door to get out. We'll be coming back there, but right now, we need to keep killing stuff and getting more Atla. There are also random chests scattered throughout. And that's one that we're not going to use for a little while. That's an item we're not going to use for a little while. So, you might hear that beeping. And you see up at the top left and at the bottom right, the dagger's not doing so hot. That is why we have repair powder. I mean, it's an old game, Anthony. It kind of hurts to think. This game was new when we were kids. This is from 2001. It kind of hurts my soul thinking about that. Oh. The dagger can be upgraded. But after this one, I'm going to be playing the second one, which two of us know a lot better than this one. Oop, I got an item from it. I got a prickly. Along with the gate key, monsters will sometimes drop money and just random items. What they drop is, honestly, completely random. We have no idea what we're going to get at any time. We got our first house. Okay. We're going to go a few floors before we actually do anything with those. But just know that we have them. On each floor, you'll also find chests with a magical crystal and a map. Magical crystal, if you look at the right side of my screen, shows dots for all the different objects that are on the floor. The green are the Atla, the red are enemies, and the orange or yellow are chests. You'll also occasionally find some other ones. I just figure I'll cover all of this stuff now while we have some downtime. On the top left, you'll see HP, the weapon HP, as well as a little water bar. We actually have to pay attention to how much water we have. We can go thirsty. And being thirsty starts draining your health. It is honestly one of the mechanics I'm glad they got rid of for the second one, because it's kind of awful. Yep, we knew that was going to be there. We got a lamp. A throbbing cherry, which is a throwable item. I believe at least. And some trees. Okay, before we leave the floor, let's double check. Okay, so the throbbing cherry either stops enemies in place or cures you of stop. Got it. Talking, can't do it. Now, you'll notice we have two houses 3 objects, as well as some trees, roads, and a river. Take these and place them in. That was a character. So when we place down that house, Macho's house, Macho will be in there. Dip in the spring. The springs restore your health and your water bar. That way you don't have to worry about that. They do not cure anything else. So now let's go down a floor. Actually, before we do that, that question mark is actually for the backside of the dungeon. We're not touching that for now, but that's what the tram oil is for. It is a harder version of the floor without Atla. But you can get a ton of awesome items and experience from it. So we're not going to do that with the dagger. We're going to wait till we actually pick up a better weapon. For now, it's time for the Fairy King again. Ha ha ha! Seems like you've finally come back with some Atla. Very well. Well then, I shall teach you as I promised. The pieces sealed inside the Atla are released by touching the Atla with your left hand, where the power of the Atlamelia resides. Buildings and people that were sucked into the Atlamelia will be restored to their original form. Once you bring them back to the ground and level, you can arrange them as you wish. By going back and forth between the dungeon and ground level, you can restore the earth to its original form. That's your mission as the one who was granted the power of the Atlamelia. Now, let us move on. This may get a bit technical. If you wanted to place buildings, etc., press the select button while walking to go into edit mode. Press the select button again to return to walking mode. In edit mode, you can reassemble buildings that have fallen apart and place them on the ground. Seeing is believing. Try it yourself. Maybe faster than listening to my lecture. Nah, we're not going to do that yet. Oh yes, and if you ever forget the things I teach you, use this. You could have just given me that first. Let me read it on my own. It's a guide for using Atlamelia and other things. I wrote it for beginners like you. Manual can be selected from the main menu. Read it really carefully. Okay. I leave the world's reconstruction to you. I'll be watching. Ha ha ha, so long. Yeah, he's gonna pop up like that a lot. Now, we're gonna go talk to the mayor. We're not going to actually put down Macho's house yet. But we can talk to the mayor anytime we use items. I'm not going to read his random dialogue. But yeah. Now, we have a repair powder and an antidote again. Now we go over here. And we actually have a shortcut to the dungeon now. Bam. So, when selecting a floor, you can see, obviously, what floor it is, how many Atla are there, and how many enemies you've killed on that floor. Basement level 2 has 8 Atla. Oh, it's a cat. And cat is gone. Oh, we have a new thing. Now we're pumped with energy. And our attacks will do more. Alright, we can't do anything with this, so we'll come back to that. But anyway, how is everyone doing today? This one's a little more of a casual game. I don't have to read quite as much, so I'm going to be trying to interact a lot more with this game than I do with Trails. I try my best with Trails, but it's very dialogue heavy. Oh no, a poison apple! Oh, and we got Komacho, the younger brother. Oh boy. We can probably do like 3 more hits with the dagger. I also want to check. Oh, we have nothing to equip to it. We're just going to repair that really quickly. And next time we're going to be a tiny bit smarter. Or I'm going to be a tiny bit smarter. So I'm going to unseal these Atla first. You guys might have noticed the big chest. We'll get back to that in a moment. Alright, everyone. It's locked. Forcing it open may activate a trap. Now, with these, I would recommend always choosing explosion, because if it's an explosion trap, it blows up the treasure. Hey, we guessed the trap right. So now we can open the chest. And we got the base lard. Let's level up the dagger one more time, just so we have a good backup weapon. Especially since it's 4 points from being leveled up. Really? Okay. So, we're going to level that up. And then we're going to switch over to the new weapon. The new weapon is technically a little worse, but we can deal with that. We'll get chances to upgrade them as we go. Oh, the barbell. Are we going to be able to complete Macho and Komacho's house after the second floor? Wow. Come around to the front of this chest. We get a carrot. And a fire. So that is actually a weapon equipable. We go into the weapons menu. We can go into customize and equip the fire. So now, rather than having 6 fire attribute, it now has 9. So enemies weak to fire now take more damage from this. On the converse, obviously, if they resist fire, it's not as good for us. I don't think any enemies in Dran's Cave necessarily resist fire. I think the bats are weak to wind. But that's about it. So we're getting thirsty. I will drink the water soon. Ooh. I don't want to go down with... Yeah, I don't want to go down there right now. That was just an easier way to do that. So, while we don't have access to more stuff, I'm not going to go into the backside of the dungeon, because it's just going to hurt us. We drink water, we have full water bar. Pretty obvious, right? But yeah, a lot of the game is going to be diving into these dungeons and seeing just how far we can get before we need to go back and restore our weapons and HP. Obviously right now, since we're just beginning the game and only have access to one per time we talk to the mayor, we want to be careful. Now these doors, you have to find a key for. But the keys for the small doors are held in treasure chests. We also know exactly what this chest and this enemy will have. Candy box, okay. Grant's Crest, yep. Because we hadn't found it yet. And the chest is going to contain the map, so we don't care. So we might as well go into the Giorama parts. And we can't really do much beyond that. We don't want to randomly place the items in on buildings we can't complete. We want to be a little careful about that. But right now, we can just finish Macho's house after the second floor. To be fair though, that's the house that the game expects you to. I'm saying all this because it's completely random which objects you'll find on which floors. There are certain ones that the game programs to find early, but yeah, you might not finish one of the houses you expect until way later in. Gotta get used to the PS5 controller. When I'm playing on my computer, or at least off this screen, I'm so used to using my PS4 controllers. That's kind of the only reason I still kept them around after all. So that allows us to restore our weapon without having to come back later. In fact, we're going to do the same with the dagger. Because anytime we use one, he'll refill our inventory with them. But he won't give us more than one at a time. So, for now, we're going to place Macho's house. He wants to be right next to here. This is just something I remember off the top of my head. We have Komacho. Ah, Toan, I missed you, man. Your smile really brightens my day. Hello. If you see my big bro, tell him you didn't see me, okay? I'm counting on you. How should I rebuild Narune? Fighting is what a man should live for. It's a basic fact of life, right? So if he wasn't next to... In fact, why don't I show that off? I'm going to move them over here. And the blue arrows, when you're further away, show where they are. Let's see. Then we have Macho. Thank you, Toan. Say, what happened on the day of the festival, anyway? I remember a light flashed from the sky. And the house has disappeared. And after that, I don't remember a thing. How should I rebuild Narune? I'd like to have us to be someplace where I don't have to go far for a good workout. So again, I'll just move that back. Because this is where he wants to be. It is right next to the cave. What will happen when it's done? That you should ask my big bro. Tell me how to rebuild your house. Look, don't forget to expand in my room. And the barbell. Put that outside. Also, as we're restoring houses, we'll get chests. I want to say for every object we add, there will be a chest. I could be wrong about remembering that, though. Now, we got to talk to Komacho. Wherever he went. There he is. No, we gotta... No, that is Komacho. Tell me how to rebuild your house. A fence and a lamp would be nice. We had... That stuff any decent person would have. If you know. Now we go into config and assemble. And we have everything we need. So, we can show off what happens when we finish a house. You see how it says event? That's because when we enter next, we'll get an event with them, where they reward us for finishing their house. I'm just taking a quick look outside. Nope. Oh. Adventure, day 1, night. The day-night cycle is going to matter more for other people. Oh god, it's going to matter more for other people. Whoa, Toan, you've done it! Thanks to you, our house is back to normal again. Here, this is for you. Keep it. Stonebreaker acquired. Hey, that's mine! Hey, bro! What do you think you're doing? Like I always tell you, what's yours is mine, and what's mine is mine. That's how things between big brothers and little brothers should be. Well, bro, what do you think of that? I see you're in the audience. Does that mean I get your stuff as well? No, I'm kidding. I can't take this anymore, bro. We're gonna settle this with a battle. Oh, really? Ready when you are. Yep. You enter, you get a prize, and for these two, they beat the stuffing out of each other. Now we go into the annex room. I was sure there was one more treasure chest in this house. I don't really care to read their little dialogue. The cave is full of monsters now. I know Duran doesn't like it, but it's really exciting for me. I always like a good challenge. So, we are definitely going to take advantage of that stone breaker. So on this menu, it shows how good against certain enemy types we are. Stonebreaker makes us better against rock monsters. We're also good against flying monsters with this weapon. I'll also, while we're at it, show off how good or bad our dagger is. The dagger is good against beasts, uses wind attack, and has a little more endurance and speed than our base lard. That said, we're sticking with the base lard. And here we go, B3. And you might notice, Tone's expression is just kind of blank. Oh, you again. Okay. I'm back. Exciting, eh? Don't give me that look. This is for your benefit. Now, here's the intermediate course. I won't repeat myself, so listen carefully. First, it's a lock-on. Really? You're telling us how to lock on? No. I'm not going to listen to you now. However, you may not have known the L1 and R1 buttons function change during lock-on. Pressing the L1 button during the lock-on switches the lock-on to another enemy. Pressing the L1 repeatedly cycles through all the enemies in your field of view. Next, pressing the R1 button activates your guard. Guarding allows you to defend against enemy attacks. Don't forget the guard function. It can save you in the heat of battle. Also, did you know about the attribute change function for your weapons? This changes your weapon's elemental attributes. There are 5 attributes: fire, ice, thunder, wind, and holy. Many monsters are vulnerable to a specific attribute. To change a weapon's attribute, use the attribute or customize command in that weapons menu and change it there. Of course, you cannot activate an attribute unless that weapon has points for that attribute. What do you think? Easy, huh? Don't want to fry your noodle, so that it's enough info for this time. Good luck to you, boy. See you soon. Is the stream blinking out for anyone else? I want to make sure I figure out what's going on there if it is. Oh boy, statue dog. This is why we wanted Stonebreaker. Oh. And a statue. Nope. We're healing really quickly. We got some extra bread. Unfortunately, the statue enemies are, well, a pain. You got Gopher's buggy, huh? now we've poisoned the statue dog. I did this because, oh my god, rock enemies are so annoying to deal with. Okay. Because you might have noticed when we were hitting the statue earlier, it was taking like 4 points off of our base lord at a time. It's a pain in the ass to say the least. Alright, let's just put this on the map so we can come back easy. Oops, there we go. That's perfect. Oh. Glad I noticed that. Or glad it didn't break before I noticed it. Yeah, the base lord not having good endurance kinda sucks for us. We could leave to the next floor now if we wanted, but the next floor has something I want to save before I do. Welcome back, welcome back. I was wondering why you were silent, Anthony. I was trying to do casual conversation, too. I just thought everyone abandoned me. Got it. Welcome back, man. Oop. Perfect. God, I hate that, right? Alright, so when we upgrade a weapon via level up, we actually absorb the things that we've put on them. So now we're permanently at 9 fire and 3 extra anti-rock damage. We also have the build-up menu, where we can actually see what we need to do to increase to the next weapon. We're nowhere close on the baseline. I'm just going to say that straight up. And we won't be for a while. Ooh, a holy gem. Another throne weapon. Or throne item. So anyway, tried to ask while you were gone due to internet issues, but how is everything for you? How is life treating you? I think... no, that organizes. Oh well, we'll put that there. Put that there. And I'm just not going to deal with him. Ooh, Stonebreaker. Nice. Always nice to get stuff like that done, right? Nice. Uh-oh. Yeah. It always sucks having to deal with car issues. You know what? We're going to be smart about this. now, we switch back. You gotta work smarter, not harder. But yeah. Hopefully that works out for you. Because again, it sucks to have car issues. And getting a new car helps with that. More power to you. Alright. Oh boy. Okay. I think we're going to switch over to the dagger, just to be safe. Though I don't believe we're going to have too many more enemies on this floor. Maybe 2 or 3. Okay, I gotta know if that's happening on your guys' side too. On my Streamlabs, I'm definitely seeing my game footage kind of blinking in and out every once in a while. It passes quick, but yeah, this just happened again. And I'm not sure why that's happening. Oh, that was the last thing here. Okay, let me try something. I'm going to try to change it from native full screen to just regular. See how that works. We'll keep an eye on it. This is the advantage of 2 screens. I can adjust things as needed. I would love to keep it full screen, but at the same time, if that doesn't work, I'm not going to be mad about it. That is the exact opposite of what I wanted. Okay. There we go. That's a little less intrusive. So we are going to exit the dungeon, restock, and save for the first time. Though, I suppose we can at least put that there. Put down my own house. In fact, what am I doing? All of the houses should be put down. Because it's entirely possible they might just have something for us to grab from them already. Claude's house, I believe, is normally right over here. I'm going purely off of memory with this. Gopher's buggy, I believe, is usually right here. And then we'll put roads here. And we won't worry about the rivers or bridges yet. Or the trees. Okay. I haven't seen anything happen again for a little bit. So I think that might have handled it. We'll see. We're going to repair both our weapons. Because why would we not? We'll talk to him again. And then we'll go explore the houses and see if they have anything for us. Hey, a beast buster. Hey, look, it is our mom. Toan, you're all right. Oh, good. Don't worry me anymore, please. Let's see. It'd be lovely if the morning sun would come in from the upstairs window and wake me up. It's your own house, Toan. Our house had a chimney and it had a storage room. Don't you remember what your own house was like? No, I'm an idiot. And we're just doing a quick look around to make sure we get any treasure chests that are put down. But I've already stated that, so obvious answer is obvious. I do believe... No. Not till we have the storage room. The memories of this game. Real talk, this game has a lot of good memories for me. Because it was released during a weird time. Well, I discovered it during a weird time in my life. Speed +3. That's awesome to find right now. We're going to put that on our base yard. So we want to upgrade that all we can. Oh, Claude's house. Oh, boy. Day 2. Adventure Day 2. Morning. Okay. Doesn't look like there's anything else. So let's drop a save. I already had a save at one point, but that's from who knows how long ago. Now you'll notice, basement level 4 doesn't have any Atla. There's a reason for that. Periodically, we'll have some special floors. Now you die. This isn't over yet, though. Now we get into one of the most annoying parts. Toan. He's a tough one, Toan. You will have to duel him. A duel is a special form of combat. Controller button markers will move from left to right to left. Press the right button when they line up with the light blue bar. Arrows such as left mean press in that direction with either the directional stick or the left analog. Directional buttons or the left analog stick. The closer the button is to the center of the blue bar when you press it, the better your rating will be. Which is a problem for us because perfect rating actually gives us stuff. If you hit all the buttons with the right timing, you'll be victorious. When the duel starts, you will be given an indication of it with this mark. Be aware of it. Here it begins. Stay focused. Delay. Okay, I'm gonna miss because it allows us to retry. I'm gonna try this a couple of times. Try to get the timing, the delay down. If I mess up on that last one, I'm going to be so irritated. Nope. Okay, I want to say when it hits the far edge is when I need to do it. Nope. I should probably do 4 of them since it only goes 5. Try to get the timing down better. Oh! We're gonna reload because we want that perfect. That hurts. Luckily, it doesn't take much for us to get back to that. And we can tell when those are going to happen, for the most part. I think I am going to have to Yeah, I'm going to have to reload the game. Give me a moment. That's annoying. Honestly, the fact that there's a delay really sucks. All right, attempt number 2. Yes, we want to go to the Divine Beast Cavern. Unlike with Trails, I'm not going to do this overly much. If it turns out I'm just not good enough for it, okay. It just gives us a lot, it gives us good stuff if we get perfect on any of these. Alright, Fairy King, I'm not going to listen to you. Hey! Excellent. Excellent. A present from the fairies of Terra. A ruby acquired. let me show you why that was important. Ruby can be attached. It gives 10 speed, 10 fire, and 10 against mimics. It's just a very solid thing to have. There's a Dran Crest. And there's a power-up powder. We're not going to use that, but power-up powder just allows us to instantly level up a weapon. We're going to wait on that, because that is solid. And we'll just go immediately to the next floor, because that one really didn't take much out of us. Blank look. How's it going? Got the hang of it yet? The floors beneath this one are even tougher. Now to the advanced course to give you a fair chance against some meaner enemies down below. Are you using charge attacks when fighting enemies? Yes. Hold the circle button down after your body flashes. Release it. With this, you'll do a jump slash. It's effective against flying enemies and ground enemies. Let's talk more about weapons. So how are your weapons growing? If you don't start upgrading them now, you can get into trouble later. Before you upgrade, it is a good idea to keep attachments on. If you upgrade with them on, then the weapon can absorb the power of the attachments and add it to its own power. But there is a power limit for each weapon. There is no need to upgrade its ability beyond this limit. When a weapon reaches level 5 plus 5 or greater status, they can status break. A status break is breaking down on a weapon into a synth sphere that contains the power of that weapon. If you install this onto other weapons as an attachment, you can add the old weapon's power attributes to the new weapon. The attributes in the synth sphere will add to the new weapon's attributes permanently when the sphere is absorbed. However, the attributes received may be less than that of the weapon before it was made into a synth sphere. If the new weapon's limit is higher, then you can make a more powerful weapon. Pretty cool, huh? That's it for today's lecture. Take care of yourself. I will always be watching you. Something he doesn't explain, but I'll explain now. The higher level you get a weapon, the more of their statistics actually go on to the next weapon. So it isn't a bad idea to hold on to a weapon for longer if you want to just get more out of it. Hey, there we go. One hit, one kill. Now, like before, with the statue dog, I'm just going to switch over first. Then we're going to switch back. Ooh, okay. I need to heal. Technically, I could just put that in my hotbar like I have with thrown items. I just prefer not to do that because sometimes I press the square button without thinking about it. So I'd rather not waste items because I'm an idiot. Oh, there's the end of the floor. That's kind of a pain. But it's right there. It doesn't seem like I'm having that problem anymore with the output. Okay. Once more. Dagger. We're going to be doing this a lot, simply because I don't want to lose any weapons that we're working on. And the stone enemies, for at least Toan, are just awful. We'll have an easier time once we have more party members. I wish there was a quicker way to switch, too. Oh well. So, I believe time is right. Yep. Whatever weapon you have equipped at the time is what actually gets experience. So technically speaking, I could finish something off with the dagger. We'll do like one strike with this really quickly. Oh. Okay, we're going to come in here, because we're also going to give ourselves some water. Not take any chances with that. Now, anyone familiar with the next game, Dark Cloud 2, also known as Dark Chronicles Japan, will know that a weapon reaching 0 isn't a bad thing. That is not the case in the first game. If a weapon reaches 0, it's gone. Just period. Which is why we're being extremely careful with it. And for the dagger, though it won't disappear, it will go back to base stats. So we absolutely want to be careful with that. However, that might be difficult for us right now. Do we have Dran's Crest? We have Dran's Crest. So, if it starts getting to be too much, we're just going to avoid the enemies. For the moment, I think I'm just going to plain avoid statues. Sad part is, we are trying to get certain things out of the Atla, and not getting them. Hey, there we go. Put a Beast Slayer on here. And we'll put a speed +3. If we had more repair powders, I would love to go into the backside of the dungeon since we're actually able to. But it's not a good idea. Hey, thunder. Right now our fire is high enough that I don't want to switch over though. Because we have 19 fire on this. Anything weak to fire is going to just melt to this. Pun fully intended. Joke fully intended there. While we're here, before we go down to the next level... Oh. Do that. We have Paige's house, so I'll do that. Go ahead and put that in. Oh, as soon as we get Gopher, we can actually finish that. Awesome. Since we have one of the people for this house, we're just going to start working on it. Until the house is finished, we can move stuff around as we please. I just tend not to like to mess with that until I am perfectly ready for it. Now we've added a couple of things to Paige's house. So... Nope. Not outside, at least. Oh, I see one up there. Towen! You're safe too. Well, that's good. What kind of bastard did this to us? I'd like the wheel, for the buggy to be outside. It's a part I use for repairing old Gaffer's buggy. That old man must think I own a repair shop or something. You know I like fishing, don't you? So we'll actually get a little lake later on that we're going to add to his home. Add near his home. Funny enough, I'd rather just add more statue breaker. Because we're always going to need it. So can anyone confirm for me really quickly if the little cutout issue's been happening? I haven't seen it. I just want to make sure that this is still enjoyable for everyone. And having it blink on and off periodically doesn't really help that. I really think it was just because it was full screen for a while. And Streamlabs OBS just didn't like that. Let's see. I want to say there's occasionally a couple things up here. Doesn't look like it, though. Okay, that's good. Okay, I just wanted to be sure. Because that is definitely not something I want to be occurring randomly on this. So yeah, I think it was exactly that. Streamlab. Oh, a gourd. Alright. So, gourds allow us to increase our water limit. We're just going to use that straight away. I don't care. There are also items that let us increase health or defense on all of our allies. I think it's both, actually. Both health and defense. We'll go into edit mode. Because, I forgot, we have the windmill. Or one of them. And we'll go over to Claude's house. Hey, just what we want to see. Tasty water. Okay, whatever. We just want to make sure we put stuff down as we get it. With a couple exceptions. And we're just after one major thing before we can really unlock the game. Hey look, the kitty cat. It looks back, and then disappears into the cave. That cat is super important. That's why it's giving us seals with it. Hey, Claude. One of the most annoying guys to get the prize from after we finish up. I'm actually going to, for a little bit, just focus on the dagger. Because it occurs to me, if we get it to 5, we can make it into a synth sphere. And while that may not be something that is required of us, it's useful. Because we can equip that onto the base lard or whatever other weapon we get, and just get a boost to everything. I think this floor introduces mimics, so we might find one here. Watch when this is just the magic crystal bone. Oh, no. That ruined it. I was gonna laugh. Magic crystal... Oh, mimic. I knew it! Mimics can guard, and I believe they can poison us. Which is more than a little annoying. We're just going to repair that. And let's go ahead and heal, because we're not really in the best place on health there. And we get free bread and repair powders from the mayor anyway. Hey look, more money! A ladder, okay. We could finish the windmill. I'm not going to. Well. I hate that it does that. That's definitely not supposed to happen. Okay. Let us continue the floor. Honestly, it would be cool if we could finish this dungeon in one session, but I think we're going to be a little bit over, because I want to say it has 14 floors, and two of them are duels, and then the boss fight at the very end. Yep. That's what I figured that would be. Magic crystal. Okay. Oh boy. We'll just re-equip the base lard. Oh. There we go. Statue defeated. Hopefully we don't run into too many more. A holy gem helps. And we'll wait till we actually run out of water for using a tasty water. Yeah, we already know how that was going to look for the most part. Stamina drink we're going to hold on to. You might remember on an earlier floor we had gotten a boost effect. That is what the stamina drink does. Because it provides that effect. Okay, I think we can defeat any enemies that are in here. Nope, nope. Yeah, if you select the wrong item, Tone will just give you the little X. Just, nope, got it wrong. You're an idiot. Also of note, those skeletons can definitely get back up after you beat them. Really, a statue and a mimic? Okay. We're going to defeat the statue with the holy crystal. Or at least make a genuine attempt to do so. There we go. And Dran's quest. There we go, floor complete. So we can continue on our way. And before we actually go down, we have someone we can actually just put in right now. In fact, we can Oh no, we can finish his house. Oh boy, we can finish Claude's house. He is the most annoying one in this. Okay, we do need to go out because we need to repair both our weapons. Because we haven't found Gaffer yet, we need to just keep going back to the mayor. Granted, once we get Gaffer, and his shop is opened back up, we can't do this anymore. We have to buy the repair powders. So, make of that what you will. Personally, I prefer being able to stockpile them. Okay, we go inside. We got a bomb. Hey, Towen! I thought I was finished when I was put inside that weird bubble. Tell me how to rebuild your house. Don't forget the box with candies. That's most important. Let's see. A place or a house. I'd like it where I can smell good food. Whew, okay. This is where I wish we had a load function. Because Claude's finishing event, there are 3 possible that you can see. And we want a specific one. I'm going to just save over this one. Nope. Don't think I didn't notice you, chest. Alright. Will we find the right one? Nope. Okay, so this technically is a finishing event, but we'll just come back later. This is the second best option that we had. Okay. I'm actually looking in my guide when we want to talk to him. If it even tells us. Okay, we don't want to talk to him at dusk or night. We want to talk to him come morning. Okay. So let's see, what else can we do? Oh, we can add the barrel to our house. Let's see if... Yep, that adds a chest for us. With more bread. I'm going to go into options. And I'm going to set time progression to speedy. Because we want to wait till morning. What this? There we go. Because how his work, if we visit him at In the afternoon, he's asleep, like we saw. If we visit him at night, he's in the shower, and he gives us cheese and soap. Which, mind you, those aren't bad items for us. Soap cures a status effect called sticky, and cheese is just a better healing item. In the mornings, though, he gives us candy. Candy for now? Utterly useless. However, it's used for a string of quests later on. So, we're just waiting on that. Until then, ooh, fluffy donut. And that increases Toan's defense by 5. So now, rather than 3 defense, we have 8. Okay. Now that we have morning, I'm changing the speed back to normal. We're going to drop a save in case my guide here was lying to me. And we're going to go in. Hey, perfect. Hey, Toan, what's up? Oh yeah, that's right. I have to give you something for fixing my house. Let's see what I have here. Here, take this. Come on, I insist. Candy acquired. Okay, you're all set. See ya. I do believe he has another item in his house. He won't give us one, but I think there's another chest in his house. Nope, I was remembering wrong. And you might have noticed his house had a little door on the floor there. He definitely has a very sophisticated mouse living in his house. So, here we go. Off to floor 7. I want to say floor 8 is when we have the next duel scene. And that one will be annoying. Aha! Seems like you've got the hang of it. Now for the next step. Listen carefully. I will lecture you on the special areas in the dungeon. First, the back floor, which we have access to, but we're not going to until we have a steady supply of repair powder that we can keep multiple of. Each dungeon has floors that have back floors, and the way to enter differs for each dungeon. You can figure it out. The back floors have valuable treasures, but the monsters there are stronger. There's a higher risk, but also higher rewards. You should give it a shot at least once. There are also special floors that are called limited zones. Special sealing magic is cast there, as some of your normal actions are disabled. Oh no, I think this is the first limited zone, isn't it? What actions are limited depends on the type of limited zone. Once you enter the limited zone, it is important to figure out what is and what isn't limited. That's it. Got it? Well, if not, you'll get the hang of it as you go along. Now I'll let you go. It will get even harder after this. Be careful. So long. Right. Oof. I believe we have an escape powder. We're going to go back up to floor 6 and grind a little bit. We'll go and grab ourselves another escape powder from the mare before we go. But if we just upgraded something, that floor won't actually take anything away. So we're going to try to upgrade our base lard. Or our dagger, I don't care which. Probably the base lard, just since it's stronger for us. Back, let's see. Yeah, floor 6 is just the safest. Mimics and statues, while they take more weapon points, also give us more. Okay, these guys are beating me up a little bit. There we go. You know what? Let's show off the back floor. And out we take the tram. We're in the back floor. We're going to take advantage of this bomb for one. Endurance +1. And a holy gem. Hey, perfect. I just don't want to fight a boosted statue. Or statue dog, to be perfectly honest. Okay, we'll just have to deal with that. That might have been a little greedy of me. I could have used that on the next floor, but meh. Attempts were made. Really? So yeah, you'll notice we do less damage. I'm going to switch over to our dagger. And we'll just switch back after we kill it. And we're just going to cheat the experience onto the base lard. And we're going to do it again. Ooh, an aquamarine. Okay. Let's see what the aquamarine does for us. 10 ice, 10 flying, and 10 fish. Right now, that's not really the greatest for us. It's not bad by any degree, but it's not something we need. We're just going to switch over to this really quickly, so we don't have beeping. We don't want the Zelda beeping. Beep, 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 beep. God, make it stop! Getting thirsty. Okay, I don't care right now. Holy, okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Luckily, we can just do that at any point. All right. Here was our main goal. Upgrade it, and let's just see what we're looking at here. We do need a little more thunder on it, so I'm going to take this and place it here, this and place it here. But we're done with that for now. We're just going to go through the floor and not fight any more enemies. Especially since they're all statues. At least so far. Really pumped with energy. Ice gem. And soap. And we're going to use this. We're going to go to the mare, repair our weapons, and go down to the next floor. We found an aquamarine, so I'd say we came out on top. Come on. There we go. Then we go back down to weapon. Repair this one. We're not using the power-up powder until we're good and ready for it. Because those are hard to come by. You don't get many naturally in this game. Got the candy, so I'm okay with doing that. And let's go down to the next floor. Yeah, so this is a trick with this first one. You cannot go down a level with your weapon on floors like this. And look, it's the same guy we fought in the duel, but an actual enemy now. And ghosts. Oh my! Hey, a repair powder. Nice. That will keep us on the floor longer. Well, keep us in the dungeon longer. The only reason I'm fighting all the monsters is we want to fight all of them until we find the Drag's Crest. After that, we're not going to bother with any of them anymore. That's money. Okay. I don't want to switch over to my dagger if I can help it. Of course we'd get poisoned. They couldn't just make things easy on us. They let me kill it faster. So I guess I should explain why sometimes my combo isn't going off. I know I'm kind of loosely explaining everything, but there's a bar on the bottom. As I'm doing a combo, the speed lowers. It's not fully up. I can't do the full combo. That is what that speed meter at the bottom means. You know what? No. Yeah, we don't want to lose this weapon. Especially not on a floor that I can't upgrade it. Oh, get back up. Perfect. Really, why can't it just give me the Drag's Crests? Okay, I'm gonna go back and fight anything in that room back there, since it's a dead-end room anyway. Ooh, I wish I had a Dran's Feather. The Dran's Feathers are items you get a little later on, consumable. You just hold the use button and they speed you up massively. I'm going to be stockpiling those when I get them, because they are so convenient. You know what? Big chest is alright, so long as it doesn't turn out to be a big mimic. If it turns out to be a big mimic, I'm just running. Like I said before, always guess explosion. Curse. Okay. The trap never changes. Ooh, new weapon. A better weapon. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this one up to 5 and put it onto this one. And that's what we're going to use the level up powder on. You gotta think these things through as you get them. You gotta play it cool. You always get new weapons. Sometimes they're better, sometimes they're worse. That one completely floors this weapon. This one has 11 attack, that one has 20. So yeah, after this floor, we're switching over. Well, after we get this one to 5 and break it down, we're switching over. Nope, don't care. Don't care, we're already cursed, so we can't get points here. We'll just grab this chest. Hey, the magic crystal. Perfect, we do need to go on top. And yeah, since we aren't getting ABS for killing these guys. Okay, those guys can do a special stat affliction on us called Sticky. I mentioned that earlier. That's what Soap's used on. Man, we still haven't found old Gaffer. However, this is going all right. Don't care. Goodbye, skeleton soldier. Hey, there we go. So that means we're practically done with our house. We will complete that after the next floor. We are ready to be done with that one. And we just need to find a person for this one. Because this last item, if I remember correctly, is a lamp. Or the other person, the girl from the beginning of the game, Paige, tells you, yeah, can you give us a lamp? It gets kind of scary at night. Okay. Leave the dungeon temporarily. Let's take advantage of the mare for the last chance we'll get. And I do mean the last chance we'll get. Is our dagger full? Yes, our daggers are full. Then we're going to go talk to the old man Gaffer. Alright, Owen. This is old Gaffer's item shop. Come by anytime. How should I rebuild Norway? Well, the shop needs houses around it to do good business. How should I rebuild your house? Oh, can you help me? Of course, what we need for a shop are goods and a sign. Put the sign on the buggy's roof and the goods on the carpet so that they won't get soiled. So we're going to do two things here. One, we're going to save. Two, for the people here, there is an alternate cutscene on this. If I say remove Pike here, and put him in here, and complete Gaffer's store. Do you want the alternate scene or the scene with Pike? If I don't get an answer, I'll just do it with Pike. But either way is absolutely fine with me. So yeah. I'll give it a I'll give it about a minute for a response, see if anyone says anything. On that note, if anyone has an opinion. And we'll just enjoy the calming music of Norune Village. Meantime, I will look at my guide for just a moment more. So, I'm guessing no opinions. With him it is. How's this, Gaffer? Not quite right. Yet. To the right. More to the right. You're a slave driver, Gaffer. Jeez. So the alternate scene? Gaffer's up there instead. Meaning the old man is putting up his own sign. Thank you for waiting. Thanks to you, I can reopen my shop at last. I can at last reopen my shop. And from this point on, we can no longer get free stuff from the mayor. It's not well stocked yet, but I can give you excellent service. Come visit my shop anytime, Towan. But yeah, now we can't get free stuff from the mayor anymore. That's why we waited. We have 75. Yeah, we're gonna buy a Dran's feather. We're gonna sell some stuff. We're gonna sell the carrot. And we're gonna sell 3 pricklies. We'll find more of each. And yeah, I don't really care about that. So, with that, we're going to buy 2 auto repair powders, a bunch of regular ones, and I do mean a bunch, and 5 more breads, 3 of these, and an endurance. Oh, and that will be useful later on. And since we have a little bit more money, there we go. Now, oh, oops, oh well. Now I can put that there, that there. The auto repair powders are awesome. They make it so as you hit and a weapon would break, boom, back up to full. And yeah, we'll put a bread up here. There, let's just check the 2 other houses that we've done anything with. Thought so. We got another bread. We got the llama. Blah. And I think that's it for now. I'm going to do another save, just in case. And let's go back into the cave. We aren't able to complete this floor that we're going to be going down onto yet, but we can do the main bulk of it. This one is very special. Well done making it here. I had a good look at your abilities, or maybe it was just that stone on your left arm. No doubt, that is the legendary Atlamelia, a treasure from the gods that only the worthy can possess. Hard to believe you are worthy of it, but that's not the issue here. Would you be so kind as to hand it over to me? I see. So you intend to use that stone to restore the world. A noble goal. But even if you restore the world, the destruction could repeat itself unless you defeat the Dark Genie. Unfortunately, such a task is beyond your abilities. It is a being powerful enough to destroy the world in an instant. No weapon or man can stand and face it alone. I've come to this place, or rather, this time, for that stone. I need that stone. More than you do, actually. There's a great deal about that stone that you don't comprehend yet. Pardon me, I do ramble on sometimes. Well, if you will not hand over the stone willingly, then I have no choice. Let's see what you can do, as the one supposedly entitled to the stone. Okay. Here's our next duel. Oh. As I've said, I want to get perfects. Let's continue where I left off. Ah, that time I even pressed it, but I wasn't ready for it. This delay is awful. Oh. And that's the end of that, so, how about we say... No. No. Don't care. I want this. Close the game, because we saved right before this. I made sure of that. We'll try one more time. Unfortunately, the game doesn't have a load function. Or a return to main menu function. Those would be very helpful. And we'll just skip through the dialogue. Go to the dungeon! Unfortunately, there's no way to quickly skip the cutscene, except spamming the X button to skip through the dialogue. He's turning evil. Okay. Ah. Again, I need to get used to this delay, but these happen so infrequently that it's hard to. If it continues to be this much of a problem, I might just plug it in my controller and see if that helps. Ooh, excellent. There we go. Excellent. A present from the fairies of Terra. Acquired opal. You did quite well. How's this then? You amuse me, boy. You can't even handle an attack as meager as this. You cannot be worthy of that stuff. Huh? It's not that you couldn't dodge. You simply didn't dodge. Deliberately. Fine then. That's it for today. I think I've been getting to see why the fairies chose you. It will be amusing to see how well you do. I will offer you some free information, though. You cannot defeat the Dark Genie, even with the stone. Not yet. If you have even a vague desire to defeat it, you must become stronger. Oh, I almost forgot. I have a gift for you. Have that little one return you the favor. See you soon. Changing potion acquired. And then he just fades away. The cat tries to run away and gets zapped into an atma. You know what that means? It's part of the Giorama now. Now, I want to show this off as Toan just because... Huh. Toan cannot jump this. Well... There's no way for us to leave, is there? We'll just have to take the cat and put it in our house. Mom, I'm adopting a cat. I'm adopting a kitty cat that I found in a dungeon. I saved it from some weirdo. Now, I believe there's one item down here at this point. Nope, there's not anymore. However, we got the cat down here. For the moment. It won't stay there. You'll see why in at most maybe a minute. Oh, good. You came just in time. Look! A little kitty cat wandered in here. Toan, let's give this little kitty a name, alright? As I said, I'm just sticking with the canon names. So Xiao. Xiao! That's a good name. Her name is Xiao. Xiao. Hi, Xiao. And then it boots us outside, but we don't want to stay outside. A repair powder. Always a good free thing to get. The eyes want to tell you... The eyes want to tell something. Well, we were told to use this. A potion that changes animals to human. What? What's this? Wow, I'm like totally a human. Whoa, how'd you do it? Master, are you a wizard? Oh, well, never mind. Well, anyways, Xiao wants to help Master with the adventure. Please, can I? Please, please, please? Say yes, say yes. Xiao has become an ally. Yep, it is indeed, with cat girls and everything. Oh, is that a new friend? I haven't seen her around here. Toan. Ha! It's been a while, eh, Toan? Ah, so you have an ally to help you through your adventure. Now let me give you some tips about allies. The only place you can call for allies is inside a dungeon. As you advance deeper into the dungeon, it may become hard, so that you can't finish it without some help. When you run into situations that you can't handle on your own, it's a good idea to get help from an ally. They'll be happy to help you. However, you are the only one with the power of the Atlamelia that can break the seal of Atla. So long, ha ha ha. So, now that we have Xiao, we have a second party member with the wooden slingshot. Xiao the cat girl. We're gonna go ahead and give her that. And I want to see what this gives. Endurance. Is that steel, anti-metal, and ghost? We're gonna give it MP and magic power and speed. But really, the important part is, with Xiao, we're able to continue further into the Divine Beast Cave. As you might remember, the game told us Toan can't make it across that gap. Well, that is not the case for Xiao. The one downside to Zhao, and the reason I'm being a little bit careful about how I press things, using the slingshot always uses weapon power. So if I accidentally fire the slingshot, well, I can just forget everything. And we'll go down to the next floor. One of these floors, after we get down here, is going to be a limited floor. We're forced to use her. Her big thing is she's got a slingshot. She can do ranged attacks. But right now they are super weak. I was just showing that off. For the moment, at least. Oh. Yeah, that's easy to fix. We've got a spring over there. Hey, look, the Brand's Crest. But yeah, Zhao isn't bad. She's just going to be outclassed later in the game. But against flying enemies, she is one of the best. Until, like, the second to last dungeon. Actually, no, the third dungeon she kind of gets outclassed too. She's still necessary for her ability to jump gaps. That's really it. I hate saying that. That's really, truly it. Brand's Feather. Rolling around at the speed of sound. I've got places to go. Gotta follow my rainbow. Yeah, I couldn't help myself. We will probably at some point go back to earlier floors to round up on like bats. Help Zhao level up her slingshot. In fact, we'll probably fight that bat over there. With Zhao. The closer an enemy is, the more damage they take from the slingshot. But obviously, it's a slingshot. Part of the advantage is you can still attack from far away. Even if it's not always a great idea. I think if we go a little longer than normal on this stream, I might be able to just finish. I mean, I could just open the door. Oh. Mimic, okay. We'll switch to Zhao. Oh, yeah. Mimics are stupid annoying. I forgot about that. We'll kill the ghost, though. We have an auto repair powder, so... if we can avoid using it, I'm going to. Yeah, hate the mimics in the garden. We lost so much weapon power from that, and still got hit. Luckily, repair powders don't cost that much. Okay, I hear a bat, too. Here we go. Let's repair it. Because again, if we can avoid using an auto repair powder, that's probably for the best. Oh. Dang. Okay. You know what? Since all we're after right now is getting it to level 5, I'm not going to use the Thunder on it. Oh, endurance +1. Not bad. Got an Atla. And we got a couple more Atlas. I'll get those and then I'll switch over to Zhao and let her do her thing. Oh, we got the Hag's house. Dino Slayer, okay. Mimic. Not as okay. Stand-in powder. Stand-in powder makes it so if one of our characters dies, we can just have the other come. Instead of going back to the top floor. Back to ground floor. Going to do that. And come over here. Repair. Technically, we don't have to kill this thing, but it's just for the best. And let's go to the next floor. Because we're not in any immediate need to go back up now. And the more we can clear at once, the better off we're going to be. Oh, another note to point out. Synth spheres, the items that we get after, we can create off of a level 5 weapon, they don't need to be put onto a weapon of the same type. So if we get a synth sphere of a sword, we don't have to put it onto a sword, we can put it onto one of Zhao's slingshots. Just interesting little thing you can do. So if you're having trouble grinding someone up, you can literally just grind up with your better character with a weapon you don't necessarily care about. Hey, we got the hag. Ghosts are fairly easy. Gotta upgrade the slingshot after all. Bone key. Glad we went this way then. And cheese! Oh my, we got cheese. Let's see, can we run into water? No, but we can immediately use the bone key. Oh, a Rockanoff. Okay. That takes care of those two. We're making some good progress here. And we'll look at what we can finish in the Giorama here soon. Okay. I think since we can just use the Brand's feathers to run, I'm gonna go back to that earlier room. This is one of the problems with randomly generated dungeons. Sometimes this shit happens, where you end up going the right way too early. Gonna take care of the dasher. Repair the slingshot. We'll also be upgrading it here soon. And before we can actually lose any health off of that, here we go. Yeah, Zhao has trouble with enemies with shields. Toan doesn't exactly like them either, but he can handle them. But shielded enemies, their AI does tell them, hey, projectile, block. Well, why must you do that? That's just me. Okay, well, let's look at the Giorama. First off, we're going to place the hag. Hag's house. We'll give her lamp. Net's house. I can't remember. Allnet's the girl that I was thinking. Sorry. She's the girl from the beginning cutscene. So we're only missing one item for Gran's Windmill, and that is a sign. And Gran's Windmill is actually pretty important to us. No one actually lives in it, but completing it is actually required to fight the boss of this dungeon. Oh, there is a thing here. Funds increased. I don't mind that. I actually didn't realize we hadn't gotten... Well. There we go. Floor complete. And just like last time, I don't really feel much need to go back out yet. We might as well just do as much as we can in a single visit, right? But yeah. We'll finish up here soon. But how's everyone holding up? Enjoying Dark Cloud? Or just enjoying whatever you're doing on the while I'm off on the side? This is all pretty casual, so I fully expect that everyone just has me off. Oh no, it's this floor. Okay. As I said, limited floor where we're stuck with Jet. It just happened a lot sooner than I remembered. I thought we had a couple more floors. Nice. How's Animal Crossing treating you? Or Ice Queen? Hey, pumped with energy. Okay, I'm gonna wait on that chest. Oh, right. I forgot to point out, those gaps that we saw earlier are no longer, well, are actually possible anyway. Oh. Nice. Well, hopefully you actually get them on the island, right? Oh. I'm going to use that stamina drink to make this a little easier on myself. And we're going to... That was the bowl. There we go. That's why I wanted the holy one. Ooh, we got an undead buster. You'll have to look into that. If it's someone you really want, you'll have to look into that. Oh boy. Okay. I need to figure out how I'm gonna handle this dragon. Oh no. Well, so when you die, now that this has become important, you lose half your money, but you just get sent back to the surface. Rip indeed. Ah. Okay, so on that, its house is over here. Put her across away from us. Then the hag's house. We're gonna have to move a couple of things. The hag wants to be right next to Dran's windmill. Claude's house will be here. We'll move... I'm just looking through all the houses we have. Oh, we got one of... Ooh, we got the pond. Okay. So, we want to place the pond here. Place Paige's house here. And then as we get, with one more set of rivers, we'll just completely surround that. Actually, no, we need to move one of them. That way we can put the bridge, 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 just because I don't have anywhere else to put them at the moment. There we go. Might as well place some trees down too. Make things look nice. We're going to spread them out a little bit. We're going to have to move a couple of things around. But that's perfectly fine. One by the hag's house. One at the end of the road. And one right there. I think that's all we can place at the moment. Yep. Sucks that we died, but we'll make it work. We still have 97. Let's see. I'll sell 2 more pricklies. And we'll buy 2 of those. Well, a couple more repair powders. And 2 bombs. Because bombs are good. Bombs make the world go round. Now, we don't have to worry about the pond right now. I'll help you look those up sometime in Rice Queen. That way we can try to find you the villager that you want. Because that's part of the fun of Animal Crossing, is getting the villager you want and just designing. It's fun. Morning 4. So I'll probably make one more attempt at that floor, and then we'll call it good for now. Oh yeah, I think this one requires the stairs just to get to the main part of the house. We got a gourd. We're actually going to give the gourd to Zhao. I'm going to try to keep the gourds even across everyone. All of the other items, like the fluffy donut, that is a tone only. Each person has their own. Mag's house has a dino slayer. A power-up powder. Awesome. Now we have 2. Oh, it's you, Tobin. You startled me. How should I rebuild Old Norune? An itsy-bitsy amount of magic is in Dran's windmill. It's strange, but if you stand near it, you'll feel full of energy. I'd like my house in front of Dran's windmill blades, alright? Alright, we'll have to move. And isn't it odd that with all that's been going on, Dran hasn't done anything? It really is odd. Something's probably happened to Dran, too. Toan, please save Dran. That is my request. Eh? I guess I have 2 requests then, don't I? Let's see. I'd like a bench outside so I can sit in the sun. And the jars, I'd like them displayed outside too. So, let's move stuff around again. We will rotate the hag's. We'll move the hag's house over here first. Gaffer's buggy will move. Honestly, let's move it right here for now. We'll put that there. We'll move this one behind there. I have a very specific reason for why I'm placing stuff where I am, even if it doesn't seem to make much sense right now. I'm actually probably going to move Paige's house as well, just a little bit. We're going to move it over here. Meaning we need to move the rivers as well. Then we'll move the pond again. Again, I do have a specific reason for why I'm doing things the way I am. As kind of random as it might seem. Because I want everyone kind of grouped together for Gaffer's place. But I want people where they want to be, obviously. Oh, wait. No, that's not... Oh, well. We'll fix all that up later. I know I messed a couple things up there. However, we have more chests to grab. A fluffy donut. Wish that was useful to us right now. But, magic power +3. Okay. Thunder. Okay. Fire. Okay. Wind. And holy. Okay. Considering we are forced to use Zhao right now, I'm going to place this on Zhao's. Endurance isn't going to make too much of a difference. However, the Dino Slayer, or the Dragon Slayer will. Alright. As I said, I'm going to make one more legitimate attempt at this floor on the dungeon. Live or die. This is where we end today's episode. But we'll be continuing this on Thursday. I plan on doing this twice a week, Legend of Heroes twice a week, and then Wednesdays just filling in with whatever random thing fits at the time. Equip the ice element. We want to avoid those attacks. Which he also sends one of those out when he dies, so we gotta be careful. It is Frog. Zhao's awful defense is part of the reason we have these revival powders, by the way. Go. And I honestly don't mind Zhao keeping with the ice element. just because it gives her a little more oomph, which she absolutely needs. We're going to heal. You know what? I'm going to replace that auto repair powder with a bomb. Hey, an undead buster. Oh, are you approaching me, Opar? Now we can just leave the floor whenever we want. We're going to upgrade this. So now it has more attack. I'm going to give it a Undead Slayer and another MP. Why not? And we'll fight anything that's not too terribly difficult for us to kill with Shadow. Meaning, I'm probably just going to avoid this guy. I was just trying to get that money. We had to make things difficult. And actually, the janky controls kind of make it difficult too. This is a PS2 title. Yeah, we're gonna go up there. We don't necessarily need to. I have the revival powder if we die, but I don't plan on fighting. You know what? Why not? We can defeat everything here. It's locked. As I've said, always pick explosive. Hey, another Shamshir. Notice, now we're doing 2 to the dragon. Without the boost. That is the power of ice and the power of the Dragon Slayer. Drink. We're going to repair our weapon. Hey, we got a holy. You know what? We might as well just finish off the floor. It gets us experience on the slingshot. And like I've said, we can still synth sphere the basic weapon to get the stats from it. Alright. That's part of why we... You know what? Let's be smart about this. I'm not using these for anything else right now. Oh. That did manage to kill me. Okay. Well, that's why we had the revival powder. And the last two enemies were really simple for us. There we go. We didn't need to. Nothing on this required us to. But we're going to finish up this floor. And then we're going to exit, save, and call it for today. On Thursday, we'll finish off the first dungeon and move into the next area. First, though, as an overview, we got a second Shamshir, and we're close to finishing off getting to level 5 on the base lard. And we got our second party member, who is about halfway to a level 3 on the basic weapon. With that, I think we can call this good. Thank you all for joining for Dark Cloud. I will see you all tomorrow for whatever we end up doing. Take care.